Look at this, we've got a JVC Video Movie VHS-C to have a look at today. It comes in this fancy case, and we'll get it out and we'll have a look at it and see if it works and take it apart. Before we open the main part, there's a little box on the front. We'll open that up and see what good things are hiding in there. We've got various layers of velcroed things. Shoulder strap? I think that might be a shoulder strap for this box. Yeah, and going into there probably. And then there's some SCART cable, and that audio video cable, and there's also a key there for locking it up. I wonder if we lock that, it will lock that top piece as well. It doesn't. Huh. That's, oh, what? Oh, hang on, it didn't actually lock. Not a very effective lock. Alright, let's leave that alone. I guess the lock does not work. Anyway, we'll open the main bit and have a look. What do we have here? Got something that's a little bit worse for wear. Look at that. That's gone really crusty. Wow. Some kind of bracket thing still wrapped up. Another strap. Shoulder strap for the camera. Got this like RF modulator thing with a switch on it. So that weird thing there is the plug on the camera for getting the audio video signal out. So that cable we got out of the top, it's got that same plug on it, and look at that, the good old JVC stuff, it's got that DIN plug for the audio. So yeah, good luck making use of that. So as long as you've got a JVC VCR, then you're all good. And then we've got this power supply, AC adapter. It's got an output on it, 9.6 volts, 1.2 amps. And there's a cable here. It looks like the white strip on it has gone yellow. That's exciting. Alright. And then the main event, got a camcorder. A video movie. So it's a JVC GR-C7 and it's red. Look at that. I don't think there's anything else in here, so we'll put this out of the way. So this strap here, oh no. Goodness, that's no good, is it? Is it bloom? Maybe that's got rubber in it and it's got bloom now because it's very old. Just get some tissue to wipe that up. It means we can probably just get some IPA in there and just rub the surface of that off so that it doesn't keep making a mess. Oh, it's all down the edges as well. I guess that makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, so there's a video camera with that thing in that, and so that strap there, a little metal tab thing. So that would go on there, screw into the tripod thread thing, and then provide another one on top. And then this part, little release pin thing. Interesting. So then you can drag it around by the strap, dangling off your shoulder, banging it into everything that you come across. That's pretty neat. Right. And I guess that thing is an adapter so that the viewfinder can be mounted further back by the look of it, or further out over here. Okay, that's good. Mint in bag, I guess. So that's good. Alright, so what do we get? JVC video movie. So we've got a battery that's on there already. Release with this should be a NiCad presumably. 9.6 volts. Ah, look, and when you take off the battery, there's a plug hole, a socket to plug the AC adapter cable into. We'll do that in a moment. There's the record start stop button. The viewfinder is connected with this cable and a plug. You can turn around a lot. Must be some way of getting that off. You just push it over. Oh, there's some little bumpy things. Alright. On the top there is a tracking control there. The wide and tele zoom control, powered zoom. Should move that. There's focus adjustment there. This camera has autofocus. It's CCD. It's exciting. It's got a quick review button there. It's high quality VHSC, not SVHS. It's got counter eject button there. The counter looks very similar to what we saw on the JVC VCRs. And then on the front edge, it's got these quite nice looking buttons. There's a power lever thing, short play, long play switch. Got phones, earphones, remote, the AV out from that unusual little plug thing. Yeah, pretty nice. And we got the rewind, fast forward, stop, play, monitor, play, pause, and record. Record standby. And that's nicely reset, so you can't just push it with your finger, you actually have to get in there and push it. And then on the lens part here, we've got full auto. Looks like the color filter, indoor or sunny, unnatural light or natural light. Auto manual focus button, fader and backlight compensation control. And that might be it for controls on this thing. Now some people confuse this camera for the one that was used on Back to the Future, but this is not the one that was used. The one that was used on Back to the Future is the one that we're going to look at next time in the next video. It's similar to this, but it's longer and bigger. As far as I know, I've never turned this on. Can't remember ever using it. It's just sat in that nice little box the whole time. Let's see if this... Oh yeah, look at that. The adapter powers up. There's no way this battery's going to work, but... You've got to line a mark. A non-existent mark needs to be lined up. I guess it's that. Be it that? Oh yeah, it'd be. Yeah, that's not going to work. You see, they've got... Oh, now that's permanently attached. They put here on the battery this... On this, there's a switch thing that doesn't actually do anything. It just lets you tell whether you've used it up or not. So you can just put that to whatever state you like. It's charged, and then when you've flattened it, switch it over to not charged, and then you know, and then you're not rummaging around picking up old batteries, putting them on, and then realizing, oh yeah, that's not charged. Now, this thing is VHSC. What is that? It's those little tapes like this that have one regular VHS reel and then that's short, that's smaller, like 30 minutes long, and one that doesn't have the regular hole, it's just got a little gear on the back. And yeah, it's compatible with regular VHS. As promised, here is an adapter. So it allows you to put that tape in Now watch what happens. It winds the tape out to the normal positions it would be so that it can be used on a VHS machine, standard VHS. You see it's implemented the other reel there, which then pulls the tape through. So there's a just double A there, and that red tag thing went in because now we've got a tape loaded, so you can push this into your VCR now. You see that if we get an SVHS tape like this one, this is an SVHS adapter, and it will mean it's very cunning. As you put the tape into here, there's a little protrusion there, which is part of this flap. Yeah, that thing there goes into there, and it will open the flap. See that? And because this is a SVHS tape, it's got, what does it have? It has something that's different. This hole here, which is blocked on a regular tape, open on the SVHS tape, and there's a little switch thing that gets pushed. Oh yeah, it's just manual, see? And when it gets pushed out of the way, it closes that hole, and when it doesn't, for the SVHS tape, that hole stays open so that the machine that you're putting this into can still detect whether you've got the SVHS or regular VHS tape in there. You don't get to see it because of the blurriness. So that's open now to indicate SVHS. That will then stop you putting this tape housing in without a tape loaded in it. That's great. So you don't need to connect your camera up to your VCR in order to play back. You only use that for copying, but you can run your tapes, play and record them in your normal VCR. Similarly to the SVHS detection, it's got the write protect, which is done by the other tab, I think. Oh, it's the tab on this side. Yeah, so that will hold that in for tapes that you can write to or record on. So that's pretty exciting. Let's get this hooked up and we'll see if this camera works when it's powered up. Plug in the good AV out cable. And we're going to connect that to... Alright, so since we plugged the power in, that display is lit up, but we haven't turned it on any further yet. So let's get this monitor going so that we can see anything exciting happening as it happens. So push this down. Yeah, it made a little bit of a noise. The viewfinder's lit up. I wonder if you have to put it into camera mode? Don't know. Let's see, where's the eject button on this? Here. Okay, let's put this tape into it. Play. Oh, it does a lot of that business. Oh no. Yeah, I think this might be hooped. Yeah, it's now got two lights flashing on it. So it's probably chewed the tape up. Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? The tape's probably now wrapped around the thing. If you try carefully... Yep. Oh no, my nice tape is now ruined. It's wrapped around all the bits and pieces. Oh, it's stuck around the little... Oh no. Yeah, the tape got stuck around this little quite greasy looking thing. No, it's the thing that opens this up. So I guess it's not greasy, it's just... Okay, well that's disappointing, isn't it? It's, guessing the belt is wrecked in it. We just go fast forward. See, the motor's running, but it's not doing anything. Oh, maybe if we click monitor. Ah, look, here we go. The camera came on. Oh, look at that. That's quality stuff there. The zoom belt is not functioning. It sort of works. It's very kind of blurry and ghosted, isn't it? Guessing power supply issues. That's the usual trick, isn't it? Right, let's take this thing apart and see what's inside. Ah, before we turn it off, we have to open this up because we need to get this little cover open. Yes, you got to hit monitor. Do you? Maybe the door's shut. Yeah, hit monitor. The camera will start. Yeah, it's definitely got some issues. I was going to say because now the picture in the viewfinder is flickering around, but yeah, the camera was doing that too. Unless it's just this connection. Maybe, it's hard to say. Very hard to say. Wouldn't be surprised if there are power supply issues. Okay, let's take it apart and see what's going on inside. This is a bit optimistic to think this kind of stuff of this age is going to just be working perfectly still. I've got some good screwdrivers here. Yeah, look at that. There is a screw each side. Oh, not even done up. Wow. Holding this door on. It says make certain before loading cassette that the tape is not slackened. Don't want any of that tape slackening off. Slackened. So, yeah, that's mentioned in multiple places. So if the tape is kind of like popped out and then you go to put it in, I guess because of that, isn't it? It will miss some of the rollers if the tape is like pushed in. That's a shame, we ruined that tape. Does this thing come off? Pull those out, then slide it. Okay. Nice thing having red colouring on the housing. Wonder if this one will be better with consistency of screws used, rather than everything being a different screw. Oh, I don't think we were supposed to undo that. That's undone some kind of bracket thing inside. Oh well. Yeah, there's a bracket thing under there that was holding that thing on, the viewfinder bracket. We can just put it back. I don't know, does it matter? Probably not. Yeah, screws on this side. Yeah, there's one there at the front. Ah, someone's been in this before, because this screw's unmounted. The head is wrecked on that screw. Oh, it's also much longer. Interesting. Bigger screws on the bottom. I wonder if this side will come off by itself. Oh yeah. Oh no, there's a cable. Oh no, look at that. That will come off. That's cunning. What kind of date is on this thing? I think it's 86. I don't know, it's too small to read. Yeah, it's like 86, 10th, or 9th or 10th month, 86. Look at that. Here we are inside the mechanism. And that stuff does turn. Wow, look at that. Bodges down there. That's interesting. Yeah, so we've got a regular VHS head. Wow. Small size VHS head. Like we've seen in some of the other full size VHS machines that use this tiny VHS head. Got the loading arms there. Capstan there. With a pinch roller there that moves in. And I'm turning that. It is turning the rollers down here with some force, so I don't know why that fast forward wasn't working. I guess we could plug it in again and try it out. Although we still won't be able to see what's going on, because all that stuff's in the way. Oopsies, I pushed play. It's gonna ruin. Well, at least now that it's open, we can wind this. Can we? Oh, no. Is it not engaging with the tape? I don't know. Oh no, it is. It's just really smooth. Oh. So okay. Oh, you can just run it. Oh, so now it's working. Look at that. I just pushed it slightly. Alright, well then maybe we're back in the game now. Let's get that AV thing plugged back in and we'll see, will this actually start up now? Just needed poking a little bit? Yeah, look, it's mint now. Perfect picture. We'll just grind that on the head. Wait, line work? Yeah, presumably that's, well, again, would be power supply issues. Things are just not stable. I could try recording. Yeah, the picture it's going to record is going to be crusty as well, because look at that. That's what would be recording. There you go, we're recording it. Well, it's gone pretty stable now. Just we'll reset that counter and set the memory on it, and we'll just leave it recording for a little while, and we can go back and see, was it any good? It might warm up a bit after a while and become better. So I don't know why, I just poked a little roller in there and then it decided it's happy now and it can rewind and fast forward fine. A bit strange. So would you push monitor? Maybe rewind. No, I think we could go back to stop mode. Then rewind. Then play. Yeah, I think that's what we just recorded, isn't it? Yes, so it's about as good as we're going to get at the moment, probably without doing some serious work on it. Oh, safety, you can't push eject while it's playing. Or even while it's unthreading. Interesting. So it seems to function a bit more now. Maybe we'll get it apart a bit more. Take a look at some of the stuff on the other side. I don't think we need to open those screws either. Those ones are just holding this bracket thing with the tripod thread on it. So what stops all of this falling out then? Maybe this? No, that looks like it's just holding that bracket thing in. Maybe this one? No, that's just holding that bracket thing in. Maybe these screws here. And another one over here. It's probably going to mean the whole camera bit falls out, but inside the housing. Must be missing something. It seems to be held down very well. Oh yeah, look, that bit there is coming out. Ah, look, there's another screw there. Was that wise? I don't think so. I think that was just another little bracket thing in there. Something very rigid in here. So I'm sure it's not that. That's not connected to anything. It's those screws there. Just hold that bracket on. And there aren't any other screws. See, there's that one there, but that just holds that metal bracket on. There's that one there, but that just holds that metal bracket on. Stuff moves independently of those. Hang on, what's that? Is it meant to be? Look at that. There's a kind of lying down post thing in there. Oh, that flips up. Interesting. I thought that would like fallen off and it's just sitting there. But no, it looks like it's supposed to be like that. So this has come out. Oh yeah, look at that. It just unplugs with some dual or multiple dual row connectors. Also another connector there that doesn't seem to go to anything. And then this camera front bit comes off. Ah, look at that. The microphone just plugs in, I think. See that? There's a red socket looking thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, it just plugs in. Yeah, and that fell out. Oh yeah, that's actually broken off. Let me just take that off anyway and see what happens. Pretty sure that's not involved. Or is it? No, it hasn't done anything. Ah, look, here we go. That screw there, there's a hole in that circuit board. Okay, so there's some strategic mountings. Ah, look, there will be another one. There must be another one in this corner there. Okay, to put it down through that hole in the board. Yeah, that feels much better. That's actually doing some work now. Look at that. This also suggests that maybe this would just all come out from one side without having to pull any of this business out. Yes, it was felt so rigidly mounted, so this is why it's got these massive screws holding deep down into the housing. Now, okay, so unplug the battery terminals, unplug that wire, some shielded wire, another one there. Even though it's on the same type of connector, we've got to be really careful when putting them back together now. That, and this one here. No, that's dangerous, isn't it? Oh, they've got marks on them. Or do they? Yeah, that one there with red dot. It's come up there. That one there has no dot, but there's a black mark on the connector. So we better put a black mark on this connector here, so that we know that goes to there. And then the other one there, a gold dot on that one, and on there. The red one doesn't actually have a red mark. They've got a suitable red pen knocking about, not really. Try this one. It's not going to write on it. Pen doesn't even work. Silly. Maybe this one does. Okay, good. We've marked those. Wow, look at that. Bodge Central. Wow, look at all that good stuff. It comes from a connector off of that bodge board. What is all that business? This bunch of logic chips. 4027, 4068, 4040, 4069. That's all the real good stuff, isn't it? 4000 series logic. And then there's a connector on that. Ooh, it's got some other stuff too, like a SIL package, op amp or transistor array or something. And then those wires solder onto a whole bunch of different positions on this board here. And then, wow, look at that. That wire there that comes off, which is also just soldered from there over to there. Looks like some kind of power supply. Comes up. Check that. What if this thing is a self-contained VCR now? And all of the stuff here is a camera. Doesn't seem that far-fetched, does it? Because that camera, that there is all camera business and it goes into there. This here is all VCR business and it plugs straight onto the front there. That's plausible that this is now a self-contained VCR. But just look at it though. Look at all that good stuff there. That's hard out bodged. Look at it. There's a really thin board there that's been laid in, and a bit of it is coming down there and just going around that pin and being soldered down. It's like extra board JVC logo, and it goes under that delay line over to there. And then there's another one around here. Wow. This is some kind of prototype version where heaps of stuff got screwed up and they had to find a way around it. Look at this. There's another one of those here, which adds 2 more resistors in that position there, and an IC and transistors. Solders it around there. Why they're in that position? Is that because of where the space is? It's definitely had some trouble because those are fuses there and it's been resoldered, so probably been blown. And there's one there as well, which also looks like it's been replaced. Yes, this thing has not been without problems. I wonder if we can take this board off to have a look. Okay, so you can see here, video head, there's nice coloured wires coming off of it. Come out the back of the head there, coloured wires off the other side of the RF transformer. It goes up there into a metal box there, so that will be where the head amp is and head switching. And then there's wires there coming out of that part and going presumably into here somewhere, into these goodies. There's all that a bodge as well. There's another delay line on the back there, and then has that been plugged in? Wow, look at that. Oh yeah, so that wire off the back of the amplifier part. Yeah, those there are sleeves over the very fine wire that the coils are wound on, and they're soldered onto posts there in that little thing. There's bodge wires all over this as well, soldered onto IC pins. So presumably that there is the whole video circuit for this, although it might extend to under here as well. Probably says audio there. Power supply, main PWB. What a thing. Who would have known that we'd get this much exciting stuff inside this little packet? There's no screws holding that board down. It just sits there on its connectors and by that ribbon cable just yoinking it around. Wow. It looks like it's been shoved in pretty hard because that bracket's bent down. What does it say there? S jump PWB? Just finds its way in, and yeah, that's some sort of shielding that was probably needed to pass some EMC regulation. Let's have a look at this bodge. There are quite a lot of these cameras around, and they're made by, well, they're like rebadged under different manufacturers. Is it interesting? Yeah, saying that, I might have another one of these. There's a Hitachi camera that might be one of these. I don't know, we'll have to look at that in a future video, because yeah, I got it out. I didn't even know I had that camera. Just another one was just discovered when I was getting this out. So this board held on by one screw? Seems like it, wow. Now we've got to pull that off again. But now we're going to have to unplug all this stuff along here. Whoa, look at that. Okay, it's quite well divided up now. You can see there, it's audio in this area, servo in that area, presumably system control there, regulator, power regulators there. And on the bottom of this, oh look, that there is the capstan motor. Doesn't have, it's not a brush motor on the flywheel, it's connected by a belt, I believe. Yeah, it is. Is it brushless? I think it is on that wire there. Maybe? Oh yeah, and the driver for the video head motor, those wires there, is that in a little box. Oh, and then there's another belt under there going to this pulley for the real drive. Oh, what an interesting thing. Okay, can we get this back together? It's just amazing, isn't it, that it's just one screw holds this whole thing on, and some connectors, and good luck. Oh, look, the head amp thing also has its own connector there. Okay, so it's mostly held on by connectors. And the bodges on this thing are next level. That's some of the most interesting ones we've probably come across yet. Okay. Guess those are supposed to be tucked in there maybe. Or that was holding them out, I don't know. Still something else to go back there. You can put the one screw in that holds this board down. And then this front thing, I don't think there's much on there. It's mostly just buttons and more buttons. I don't know what that does. Something on the top edge. Ah, quick review. Oh yeah, that's what we could have pushed to check what the video was like that we recorded. Alright, that's the VCR section. Still interested to see, should we power this thing up just standalone without the camera part on it and see if that does things? Might as well, now that since we're here. See if we can let the smoke out of it. Oh, what? It doesn't want to eject. Make sure the tape's not slack. Maybe it is missing something. Did I ruin it by not plugging something in? Yeah, might need more stuff that's not here. Oh yeah, look at that. Those are all flashing, so it does know that there's something wrong. Alright then. It's probably not going to give the tape back now because of that. Unless you push it before it realizes that everything's ruined. Alright, yeah, it was a bit hopeful, wasn't it? There's probably additional power supplies or something in this half of the camera. So let's have a little look in there. So I guess that's some kind of audio thing, maybe? No, it's to do with the white balance. See that thing there? Some special sensor. And that's some special chip there, Sharp brand IR3P50M. Must be some special thing with a special thing and a special thing. Now this is all in a special shape. Look at that. Oh, it's got lots of Hitachi things. Does this open up? Maybe we're going to take that off. This is pretty early for a CCD camera. What have we got here? Something in a metal box there, that's interesting. Does this all come out, or does it just hang about? So all the special camera business seems to be in this box here. Well, some of the special camera business. Circuit board bodged on with wires just to add one trim pod there. That's pretty out of it. Alright, let's see what's inside this box thing. Well, it'll be the CCD, won't it? And the special boards and stuff. Does that just come off? Yeah. Oh, 2 boards. I don't want to destroy this too much. Is that important? Yes. Okay. So it's a board with the CCD on it, and then another board behind it. Oh yeah, quite tightly coupled by a ribbon cable there. That must be doing, I think, first stage amplification and timing and things that CCDs need. Pretty interesting. It's also interesting that's just another thing just held on by one screw. I guess with cameras you don't need to bolt things down very hard because it's not like they're going to be carried around or banged into things, is it? That screw also seems a bit munted. Oh no, it's alright. So autofocus here, that special lens thing which sends out and receives stuff, and then NEC chip there to run the focus motor. Oh, yeah, the belt is completely gone on that one. It's just this lump of mush around the pulley on the motor, so that's just wound it all up. There's the zoom one, the belt's still there. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it looks like it's there. It just hasn't got wound onto the pulley yet. It's still kind of sitting there, but it's very mushy. Okay. That is a little box with some stuff in it. That's soldered shut. 3 shielded cables going to it. And they come from different boards at this end. Look at that, it's a stack of 3 boards to make this stuff go. That looks very power supply-y. I wonder if that's a filter. See, it's Toko Inc. Japan. They make filters, like common mode chokes and kind of business, I believe. So I guess that's power supply stuff there. Looks like it. But it's definitely power supply because of the capacitors and things. And then, yeah, there's more boards, but we can't get at them without pulling these clips off. Sort of got one off, which now won't go back, will it? Okay. Well, I think that's about as far as we're going to get into this camera part, because I don't really want to destroy such a nice piece of equipment, even though we probably already have. Yeah, that's shaped to fit in there. It's such an interesting design. There's so many weird little things in there. The wires are twisted together. There's the iris little servo motor thing to open and shut the iris. Okay, let's see. That there has to go back into that. I had a look on eBay before. There's heaps of this model camera listed as being the Back to the Future camera. And there's also heaps of the actual one listed. People want a lot of money for them. It's interesting. I wonder if they actually sell. Probably not. Not at the prices I saw them asking. Well, I saw being asked like $600 or something. Crazy. So does that just sit in there, or is there something in the way now? Could be anything. Yeah, it's just kind of mushes into there. It doesn't actually have a screw hole to go in. Now I've lost the screw inside it somewhere. That's awesome. I'm going to resettle it all in again. Oh, there was another screw. See, it wasn't one screw holding that whole box thing around the sensor. The other screw is the one that held this shielding plate thing in position. I see. Okay. That stuff there should just gotta clip together. Maybe somehow. So let's come unfriended it. Oh, it's really springy. Oh yeah, that's where that thing is snapped off, so that's never going to go back properly again. So there's a screw there. Forgotten if that actually... Presumably that one goes in there. No, none of the screws that are there look like one that would be going into that. They're so munched there. I wonder why. Yeah, so that screw won't go back in there because I didn't put that in. So, too bad for that. Now this thing just drops in, everything wires up nicely, and away you go. To be aware that there's several wires that plug in. Not a huge amount, nothing goes into there. Ah, look at that. Pretty sure this does something. Ah, yeah, this whole thing goes down into that, doesn't it? And it screws in with those 3 gnarly screws. I think it does. It does. It just goes there. Like, there's no actual, like, easy to identify location for it. It's just there. Like that. Okay. With one of these tiny screws. And these much bigger plasticky type threaded screws. Oh, I can't even see what's going on. Ah yeah, that's pulling everything back into alignment now. Good. Now we're going to try to get that business back in here. Quite a lot of business here. That's the one with the black mark, so it plugs into there. There's presumably like video. There'll be 2 video signals, one from the camera and one to the viewfinder. This, I assume, that's the red one there, which is the microphone. And this is the other one of the video signals. And we've got the battery terminals there. And then this bigger one with all the business on it. Control, power, the usual suspects. Now this will just drop into place here. And everything will be great. It's not great. Because that, which I said was pulling in really good, shouldn't be done up yet. Because that goes through it. Part of the housing. There's probably a bunch of things that I have forgotten, and it's going to turn into a big problem. But this is leaving no additional travel, so it seems like it's all sitting in there flat and it's not squashing into something that it's not supposed to be. And the screws are very nicely just going into their locations. So that's great. Yeah, that one did pull down a few extra millimeters. Okay. Shielding blanket thing. Squishes into there. And then we've got the tripod mount thing, which squishes into there. And I guess we should do this thing a bit of a smoke test before we finish up. Well, it's mostly all back in position now, which is encouraging. Are there any more screws we can do now before the rest of the housing goes on? Don't think so, which is why it was so perplexing earlier, because it didn't seem like there was anything else we had to undo, yet it wasn't coming apart. Alright, let's see. Doesn't have all those lights flashing anymore, so that's a good sign. guess we should plug that AV thing in so that we can at least prove that it's going or not going. Play. Yeah, look at that. Just like I bought one. Oh, yeah, there's the end of our recording. And then we'll go back to the original recording. So if we stop that. Oh yeah, can we see that little thing flip out? Flip up? Have a look. There it goes. Oh, that's interesting. A little bracket, a little roller there bends down out of the way. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? The beautiful sound of the crusty mechanism. Now push monitor. So push it twice. Oh, there you go. Camera's still mint. Awesome. Like I bought one. Perfect working condition. So I think what we need to do is put the housing back on. And then we're in business. Oh yeah, we've got to eject it again for that, haven't we? That's so cunning, isn't it? All that packed into that nice small space. No space left unused. Now, one of these screws was super long, wasn't it? Was it that one? Yes, because it reached all the way to that metal bracket that's in there. And I think I'd already unscrewed that perhaps at the time, which is why it felt sloppy. Now, there's going to be one screw left over, isn't there? Which is the one we can't put in because the housing is cracked. I don't know, did I do that by pushing too hard on it? Oh yeah, that's just clicked into place. So these two here, which go on the other side of that bracket thing, the tripod mount bracket. Microphone. Interesting pattern of the connector there. It looks like it's a stereo microphone hole jack. I think it's pretty sure it's a mono camera though. Yeah, so that's not going to be used anymore. Could have put it back in, but we didn't, so too bad. And now there's the little bracket thing on the top. Okay, yeah, that's the viewfinder mount. Okay, we're going to open this up to put the little door back on. VHS movie, high quality. Yeah, this was quite an exciting adventure, seeing all that good stuff in there. The bodges. Wow. Like never before. Let's see, as a final hurrah, shall we have a look inside this? Presumably this will just open up easily. Okay, so it's JVC model VFV7E, 8 volts, 0.76 watts, made in Japan. And there's another screw here. Look at that. All the good stuff in there. Little tiny tube. And then no telly light. Does this stuff come out? It's another packed in thing. But it's another one of those, like pretty much all the viewfinders are. There's a one chip solution, which that chip is there on the bottom of the board. And that does all the business for it. The sync separating and driving the deflection coils. There we go. Yeah, look at that flyback transformer. Oh, this is actually an interesting one because the anode connection off the flyback actually goes to the front of the tube. It's not done through the back like it often is. And the tube plugs in directly into the PCB. Wow, that's pretty amazing. And it's also got a flex PCB around the deflection coils. Citizen brand. Okay, so that's worth looking at because it's not what you normally see in a viewfinder. Notice it looked kind of square there where they're usually round, so it might actually be a square front CRT in this size. Like usually they're round. Interesting. Surprises in every location here. No stone left unturned. Okay, let's pop that back together. Pop. And then we're good as gold. So I hope you enjoyed this look at the JVC video movie model GR-C7. Had quite a lot of surprises. More surprises than we're used to finding inside things. Way more bodges. Oh, there you go, that's the viewfinder. So stay tuned. Next time we'll take a look in the Back to the Future video camera, because despite what some people might think, this is not it. But we've got one and it's waiting over there for us to have a good tear down and poke about in. So stick around for that next time, and hopefully this was good, and there you go. Till then.